Hello Shiny viewers, I am DS, a psychologist, and welcome to another episode on channel NITT. In this episode, we are going to talk about psychological profiling. Why? Because in many future episodes to come, we're going to talk about the profile of people that I've observed, like the profile of gamblers, the profile of Singaporeans, the profile of people who vote for the opposition party. Usually, observation does not seem very scientific because it has been given a bad name by many people. A lot of P-type individuals, such as the ISFP, they will say that I observe this, I observe that, but their observation comes with a lot of emotions and is very laden with subjectivity. True psychological profiling can be very objective and accurate. So this episode aims to be a very short foundation whereby you can understand what psychological profiling is all about. First, we need to take note that there are two types of observational studies. One is covert and one is overt. A covert observational study happens when the person being observed does not know consciously that you are observing the person or studying the person for the matter. So let's say I'm going to profile people who gamble at a casino. I can stand behind them as they are playing their cards or as they are playing the jackpot machine. They know that somebody is standing behind them, but they may heck care altogether, because they do not treat themselves as subject of study. So similarly, I can be sitting on a bench at a playground and I may just be sitting there chilling. But I may in reality be observing children playing at the playground, how they interact with each other, whether they get physical by pushing each other or how they interact by the words that they use. The children may not know that I am observing them because I am just sitting there. I just happen to be there. So a lot of the times if you are sitting in a bus and you are looking at the people who are in the bus or in the train, what you are really doing is you are actually engaging in covert observation. So as you may have already guessed, overt observation is the opposite. The person that is being observed knows consciously that you are observing them. So one example would be, let's say, as a child psychologist, I profile children by making them do tasks. So the child knows that I am actually assessing them. So during a job interview, you are also overtly being observed. So regardless of whether it's overt or covert, you may have a set of rubrics to determine what you want to observe. First, you start out by having some form of a hypothesis and some goal objective, which is a study objective. They just say that I'll observe this, I'll observe that. They are not psychologists, they may not be trained to do social sciences. So what they actually observe is based on their common observation. So at Channel NITT, when we talk about observation, we talk about observation in a scientific manner that goes through a sequence of processes, which I am going to describe. So when you are observing a person, that person is known as a case study. Usually when we are observing, we are looking out for a particular behavior. Unless we are interviewing this person overtly, then we have a set of objectives that can be met. So when we are observing the behavior of our target, we can ask certain questions like, in what ways are the behaviors of this person similar to the people that I already know? We can form generalizations from there. So questions that we may be asking can include, is this person the same? Is this person representative of the population? What can I tell about this person? At the end of our observation, if we have collected enough samples or case studies, we can start to draw conclusions. We can draw conclusions about a community or a population objective. We can also draw a conclusion about the intentions of people there. What are they trying to achieve? So in our case of the playground, we can ask the questions, what are the children trying to do? What do they want to get out of this? Are they being aggressive, or is this behavior actually a friendly behavior? At the casino, the questions that we can ask is, why are the people behaving this way? What makes this person different from the other gamblers? After we have deduced the intention of that particular case study, we can also assign a category to this person. So some categories that we can assign could be MBTI types broadly, because it's an MBTI channel, so we usually talk about MBTI. But again, we need to reiterate that MBTI is actually not just merely the 4 digits forming a particular type, not 4 digits, the 4 alphabets forming a particular type, but it has to do with cognitive functions. Unfortunately, when you observe a behavior, you cannot really deduce cognitive functions unless the person is talking to you, whereby at least you have some idea how the flow of thought of this person goes. So more logical categories could be what class does this person belong to? Social class, educational class. So stay tuned. In our upcoming episodes, we will be talking a lot more about profile of people, and this can be very brutal in a sense. So it can be offensive because there are really people who are low, right? And I'm just going to say that you are low. If you have not already subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more interesting videos such as this one. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.